This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. Now then, as I've mentioned in the past, I do a lot of solos on this channel that get requested, and it seems to be a bit weird because, I'll get like a bunch of requests all at the same time for the same solo. It's like you're all kind of conspiring or getting together on Twittergram or Instaface or somewhere like that and saying, let's bombard him with requests for this one. And the solo that I've been getting loads of requests for of late is the one from this song here. And when you actually break it down, there's two guitar solos, both on the fade out of the song. And, basically there's a solo, then there's some vocals, then there's another solo. So what we're going to do now is demonstrate both of them and then a brief explanation of what's going on. Here it is. And at that point, the vocals re-enter for another full chorus of the song, and then we go into the second of the two guitar solos, which goes like this. Okay, so let's start taking a look at what's going on here in both of these solos. The thing that struck me when I first started picking it apart was just how deceptively complex the rhythm is here. There's the chord sequence that we're playing over, and you can see we've got a bar of 4/4, 2 bars of 3/4, and a bar of 2/4. I suppose if you add 4 plus 3, that's 7, plus another 3, that's 10, plus another 2, that's 12, so you could count it as 3 bars of 4/4. But I just hear it as a group of 4, 2 groups of 3, and a group of 2. And what we've got is this chord sequence, as you can see here. Several times through that, and the first solo actually begins on the G flat, A flat, D flat 3/4 bar. So undoubtedly here we are in the key of D flat. There is no other key where you will get a D flat chord, a G flat chord, and an A flat chord. There might be a case to be made to say that this was actually played in the key of D and drop tuned one semitone, kind of tuned down one fret, that old trick. But I don't see any compelling need to do that here. There are no kind of obvious open strings where, that sort of give it away that we're drop tuned. Anyway, if we're in the key of D flat, then we're going to be using the D flat major scale. Here are some shapes on screen, which demonstrate demonstrate that scale, you've got this one. And you've got this one. And finally this one. Like that. And most of the action, if not all of it, in this solo takes place out of those three scale patterns. And there's nothing else really to discuss here in broad terms, because it's using the D flat major scale over a chord sequence in the key of D flat, and the old thing that we've mentioned so many times in these videos here of, if you are going to land on a note and make that into a prominent note by staying there for an amount of time, then that needs to be a note from the underlying chord. I mean, you take for instance this motif which crops up throughout the solo. That kind of thing there. You can see how that motif there features this D flat note here quite a lot. Why? Well, it's in the G flat chord where we're kind of playing most of that lick over. There are also places where you'll find various licks in the solo which kind of rely upon going to this B flat note here up at the 13th fret on the A string, and then the G flat note on the 11th fret of the 3rd string. That kind of thing there. And if I just kind of take those two notes and move them down to here, you can see how they're in that G flat chord. Countless examples of just sustaining a prominent note from the underlying chord as the main note in any given lick. And also notice how many times we go back to that kind of lick there. There's, I think, across the two solos, there's at least 3 or 4 different utterances or variations upon that lick. And you can tell what's happened here is that I think it's Ian Benson, the guitarist who played this from the Alan Parsons project, no less. He's kind of taken the vocal motif, the hook from the chorus that Kate is singing, and he's turned that into a guitar lick. A nice little tip that you can do that in any song. Just take not necessarily the melody that the singer is singing, although you can, but just take the vocal phrasing of, like we looked at in that blues lesson last Wednesday. Take the vocal phrasing and make your lick kind of fit that phrasing rhythmically, and it really does provide a sense of continuity and a narrative to the solo, which makes it sit in the song better. And that's pretty much it. You should be able to see from the video what I'm playing, what notes I'm playing, and the licks and everything that are involved in the solo. So go back and rewind and play those through if you want to learn the solo. Or if you are a Patreon supporter, you of course get the tab which is up on my Patreon page. More on that in a moment. But for now, that's the pair of solos from Kate Bush's Wuthering Heights. Have fun with them. And as I said in that clip there is a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats for both of those solos, along with jam tracks for them both, and that clip that you've just seen there of me playing the solos and giving that brief explanation of what's going on, in the solos. It's only $3 a month, and you get access to all of these additional resources that go along with these YouTube lessons. Thank you so much to everybody who is supporting me in that way, or any of the other ways that are available. All the links are downstairs in the description. I was of course using my fantastic Scott Guitars John Robson signature model in all of my videos at the moment, and you heard what it sounded like there. Fantastic guitar, utterly top-end boutique guitar for a price that might just surprise you. I've linked to Scott Guitars website in the description below, and I can heartily recommend their instruments. Fantastic stuff. But that's pretty pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, and maybe a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it? I know it's only Monday at the moment, but don't forget the live stream, 5 PM UK time on Friday, where we just sit around and have a beer and talk about guitars for an hour. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there. But until the next video, I'll wish you all a good day and say, stay well, folks, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.